How I built muscles fast and got in the best shape in 3 months. Hi. My name is Andrew Higgins. And today, I'd like to have the honor of sharing with you my 5 tips to building muscles and get in the best shape of my life in 3 months. To gain muscle mass quickly and effectively, you don't always need a drastically different training plan, or start an ultra-scientific diet. Sometimes some small changes can be really useful to achieve great results. It does not matter what type of equipment you have available, because it is possible to build muscle, lose fat and sculpt your body with minimum equipment. This is how I got in the best shape of my life in no time. And the same can easily happen to you. Just make sure to watch this video to the end, and I promise that this will be worth your time. So, are you ready? Tip number 1. Establish strength goals. Instead of focusing strictly on getting to a certain number of weight, which may or may not be feasible in a certain period of time, it is better to focus on being able to do more powerful work each time. Increased strength improves the body's ability to recruit muscle fibers, especially those that bring about greater physical changes. Training to increase strength also make goals more tangible and concrete. If you strive to achieve a specific number of exercises, and level of performance with maximum concentration and strength, you will see how the muscles respond to the exercises, and you will appreciate the progress. One of the ways to achieve this goal would be to choose 3 exercises, in which you focus on this aspect. For example, the ability to push with your upper body, such as the bench press and chin-ups, or an exercise for lower part of the body, like the deadlifts and squats. Tip number 2, keep track of what you eat, tracking your macronutrients. In the same way that you have to specify the training goals and monitor their progress, you must also strictly monitor their nutrition. Hard training will not really involve muscle growth unless you're eating enough calories, or specifically your macronutrients. Keeping track of what you eat by writing down everything you consume, will provide an objective measure of how much you are actually eating, as well as being able to easily make adjustments if you are not making the progress you expected. And be honest with your diary. If by the end of the week, you feel like there is no progress, you can analyze the diet, and modify it to include more or less calories to give you that boost. Tip number 3, go to bed 30 minutes earlier than usual. Recovery is essential for muscle growth, and there is no better way to recover than simply sleeping more. In a perfect world, you would sleep between 8 and 9 hours per night, although 7 are recommended for adult men and 8 for adult women. Although this is not possible in many cases, there is something that can be achieved: control the time to go to bed, even 30 minutes earlier than usual, and get as much sleep as possible. Tip number 4, pay attention to pre- and post-training meals. The pre- and post-training meals should receive a lot of attention, being these 2 are the most important meals of the day. If you are also trying to gain muscle, you can drink a protein and carbohydrate shake during training, as that makes a good way to ingest some extra calorie without making another meal. Mid-workout nutrition provides a quick injection of carbohydrates and calories that can maintain your energy level and help you train harder. You just have to take into account the quantities that are consumed, so that they do not cause any upset stomach. For this you can start with shakes of 20 grams of protein and 40 grams of carbohydrates, or at least just read the indication on the supplements bottles. Tip number 5, eat enough on the days off. The rest days are when the body carries out the recovery phase, and with it the greatest growth of the muscle. So, it makes sense to maintain or increase the amount of nutrients for the body to make the most of them. It is good, and it is even prudent to slightly decrease the consumption of carbohydrates on rest days, since you do not need extra energy for exercise, but keep the protein values and make sure that the total caloric intake is not 500 calories less than your normal working day calories. Tip number 6, weigh yourself weekly. The use of a scale is a great tool for tracking muscle gains. Weigh yourself once a week on the same day and time, preferably first thing in the morning, after using the bathroom and before you have eaten. If you are not gaining weight, you are not gaining muscle. Add more amount of food to your diet, and check the gains visually to make sure that the weight you are gaining is pure muscle. So those are the first 6 tips that really up my muscle building game. But the tip number 7 is something that is going to really catapult you to your weight and muscle building goal. Those are the things that really put me in the best shape of my life, but I really only want to give this one last tip to those who have stuck to the end of this video. That's why if you're still with me, you will have the access to the secret, And I can't tell you how excited I am to share this with you. Just click on the link below this video to continue, and get the last and really important piece of the puzzles. See you soon on the other side.